10 years ago, there was a freezing of a market. The market was the auction rate securities market, and these were packages of mortgages that people were renting, so they thought, for a period of 1 month, and then the following month they would sort of get rid of those mortgages and somebody else would take those mortgages. And at some point, people decided that they did not want those mortgages. They didn't like holding on to mortgages that may not pay off, and so nobody wanted to rent mortgages for a month, which meant that whoever had rented it previously were stuck with those packages of mortgages, and they would not get paid money until all of the mortgages in that package were paid off. And so you had tens, hundreds of thousands of people stuck with these packages that they didn't want. Instead, what they wanted was the money to be able to use for their retirement, or use to buy a home, or use to support their kids in college. And so they were stuck with it. They thought that these were liquid assets and they would get rid of them at the end of the month and somebody else would rent them, but they were stuck with it. And so now you had a large number of people who weren't able to spend money for things like buying homes, putting their kids through college, or retiring. And so their spending fell, and as a result, the economy wound up going into a recession. People that were holding on to the money to buy houses couldn't buy houses. Home prices started to fall. Bear Stearns, which was heavily invested in this market, they wound up going under, and they were absorbed by another large financial institution. And so this was, in my view, the canary in the coal mine. The canary died. There was a problem. The problem was ultimately at bottom with those securities, those packages of mortgages. And at that point, it was just a matter of time, a couple of months, a year, maybe 2 years, until the whole thing collapsed. And it eventually collapsed in September 10 years ago.